Okay, so it looks like there's quite a bit of lag time there, but we are live. So, hopefully everybody can see me okay, and this looks all right. I don't know. It's we're using obviously the webcam camera, and this is our first ever live Google Hangout. So, everything looks okay. Everything looks all right. All right. So I'm getting a little bit of feedback here that it works. Sorry for the lag time in between when it started and when it came over. Apparently, when I switch over the different systems, it takes a little bit of time. So anyways, I have all of your questions queued up here on the iPad here, and I'm just going to go through and I'm going to answer the questions that you have about this month's content that was brought to you by First National Financial LP. I mean, how cool is it that they bring us all together and provide this free training for you? Now, again, a reminder. I know you already got this during the webinar, but we are hosting this event again next week, same time, same date, so Thursday, 2 o'clock next week, and that's an event for you to invite your referral partners to. So your real estate agents, your lawyers, all those people, you get to invite them to an event just like this one, and there's no charge to you. Everything is covered by First National to help you build your business and to help you get new business from those new referral partners. All right? So with that, let's get into the live Q&A. So I have a question here from Linda. Linda, thank you very much for your question. It says, to make a list of my past clients, they're going to have to be a friend. Is that correct? And the answer to that is yes, absolutely. You want that person to be a friend of yours. They definitely need to remember you so that they'll leave you an excellent testimonial in the future when we get to asking for testimonials, but they'll actually accept your friend request. And when you're sending that template, when you're sending that message that I gave you, you want them to be open and warm to receiving that. So they definitely should be friends of yours already so that you've got that that name recognition so that they know who the email is coming from, all right? So the next question, a little bit unrelated to this week's content, but this question is from Janet. Janet's asking, what would you say would be a good advertising budget on Facebook? Janet, that totally depends on how many leads you're looking to generate and how many people you're looking to contact with. That is something that we are going to cover in a future webinar with First National. So they are going to bring you that information. We'll cover that then. But I highly recommend that you always track everything that you're putting out there so that you know what your return on investment is from the advertising that you're putting out there, so that you track all the leads that come in from the ads you're running on Facebook, track the closings that you get, and then see how much you spent in ads, how many clients you converted from that, and what your return on your investment was on that dollar value. So, just sorting through here a little bit. Tanya, thank you very much for the positive feedback. I'm really glad that you enjoyed the event. From Bhavin, do you provide all this as a service? Bhavin, yes. The link that was on the webinar there, the cwjstone.com/Facebook-formula is where you can get information on that. And don't forget, First National is chipping in on your behalf. If you use the discount code FN, capital F, capital N, that will drop the price of the Facebook Formula Training Program 50% on behalf of First National. Again, another incredible benefit that they're bringing to the Canadian mortgage broker space. Barb, thank you for letting me know about the delay between the different systems. I'm glad to be back now. From Catherine, when I'm using a CSV file to add emails to Facebook, does it need to be formatted in a specific way? Everything in column A going down. That is a great question, Catherine. So yes, when you create that CSV file, delete everything out of that file except for the email addresses. And the email's address starts in A1, the A1 column, and then make sure you go down all of the information in the spreadsheet and make sure there's no gaps. Because halfway through your database, if there's an empty cell, that will stop Facebook from skipping over and inviting all of the other people on that database. So make sure there's no spaces when you put that all in. So it's just email addresses starting at A1 and then down from there with no breaks. And then just hit export as .csv, and then you've got that full database to upload into Facebook so that Facebook automatically does all the work and sends friend requests out to all of those people for you. Again, great question. So next question. This question comes from Dan. Dan says, what about my business page? I don't want to invite my customers to my personal Facebook profile. And that's a great point, and absolutely you can do this exercise on your business page and just invite those people over to the business page. Now, to speak more in depth about that, when we're talking about today's content, we were focusing specifically on past customers, people that you've done business with, that you've probably met face-to-face, that you have a relationship with, and your referral partners, right? So these are all people that you have warm, fuzzy relationships with that know you, like you, and trust you. So this isn't cold leads or people that you're trying to bring in as business. These are technically friends of yours in the real world, right? So the reason why we're using our personal profile is because it gives you that one-to-one connection with that person, and it's stronger. If you send them just to your business page, it's like I'm marketing and I'm advertising to you. When you're sending them to your personal profile, it's I want to be your friend. We have a relationship together. And another one of the benefits that you get to that is you can send them direct private messages. So when you're working with a real estate partner or a lawyer or another referral source that you've connected with, and you've got a deal that you're working on back and forth, you can private message on Facebook to that referral partner of yours because you've got that open connection. And again, it's just another way for you to stand out above your competition, give a better level of service, and really to help build that relationship with that person. So you don't have to use your personal profile in order to connect with those people, but I highly recommend that you do because it creates a stronger bond, a stronger relationship, and ultimately will get you better results, which is at the end of the day what we want. We want you to generate more customers from this stuff, right? So I know a little bit of a long-winded answer there, maybe a little bit of a rant, but that's how we do it in our business, and it works really well for us, and I know it can do the same for you. Now, the other thing that is important to mention about that stuff is when you're networking with your business page, we tend to keep that just for marketing, advertising, lead generation, and lead maturation. And the information that you post on both those sources can be different. So the last part of that, of the content that we just did together, is the third piece, creating those custom lists and having people in those custom lists allows you to segregate what information you're giving to whom. So if you post a status update on Facebook just for your friends and family, only your friends and family are going to see that. When you post information out for your referral partners, only your referral partners are going to see that. Okay? So hopefully that helps with that. Now, I'm just going to check and make sure that you guys can still see the screen okay and that the audio is still okay. Just give me just 1 second. Okay. Seems to be working okay. That's awesome. Another great question from Wayne. Wayne, thanks for attending today. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day. It's great to have you here. How do we decide what list our new friends go onto? So depending on who that person is in your life, I would create a list for them. So we go a little bit more in detail in our business than what you saw in the web event. So for you, we just recommended past customers and referral sources as those two lists. I personally break mine down a little bit further than that, where I have just real estate agents, just lawyers, just home inspectors, so that I can give a better message to that. On the referral side of things, I also dive even further, where we say this person has referred me 1 deal, this person has referred 5 deals, this person has referred 10. So I've kind of got like an A list, B list, and C list of all the different people that are referring business over to us. So I have high levels of contact and touch with my A-level referral sources and not as much with my C-level referral sources. So it depends on who those people are to you, and that depends on what list you put them in. Great question, and if I didn't answer that fully for you, just type into the chat box underneath the video, and I'll make sure that you get the answer that you need. And again, thanks for spending the time to be here today. From Paul, thank you very much for the feedback. He said, great webinar, awesome, thanks. You're welcome. Glad that you enjoyed it. We from Long, thank you for the input on the guarantee. I'm really glad that you like that. Awesome show of confidence. You're welcome. Okay. Well, this is more of a testimonial than it is actually a question. This is somebody that actually attended one of our live events that we hosted with First National that were just packed out. It says, Chris, so great to see the information again. This personal stuff works. I got a referral after our event together. So that's awesome. Congratulations. From Amanda. Amanda asks, will the Facebook formula program be included in the presentation with referral partners next week? The answer to that is no. That information isn't going to be in there. Because that is just for your referral partners, we're not going to have that information included in there. That is again, it's just a pure value from First National for your referral partners to make you look good and to help you get more business from those referral partners. Great question, Amanda. Thank you. Again, from Tanya, this is a little bit of a duplicate of one of the questions that we already had. It says, can I do this through my professional page? I don't want to add a bunch of referral partners to my personal Facebook page. Yes, absolutely, you can send those requests out to your referral partners using your business page, but again, it's more difficult for you to send private messages back and forth to those people. I believe that it's important to connect with those people on your personal profile, but if you're not comfortable with that, that's totally okay. You can totally do it using your business page and just, you know, send more open messages to those people using your business page. The most important part of the whole process and setting the whole thing up is asking for the referrals and taking that template that I gave you in the webinar and making sure that you send that message out to those referral partners and ask them for the business. As long as you do that step, that is the most important part of the whole process. And whether you do that through your personal profile or your business profile, you'll see results from it. So feel free, do as you see fit. Okay, just going through here. Great question from Suzanne. Will we be able to get a copy of this webinar or a slideshow of the content? Now, if you know me and you attend my events regularly, I don't give out my slides and I don't normally do replays. Normally we host the content, we hold the event for the people that are there, and that's it. because First National has sponsored this event and they've brought us all together here, yes, we are going to be offering the PowerPoint slides from the event and a little recording for you of the actual event itself. Now, the way that you get that information is by going out and connecting with your First National representative on Facebook. They will have the information tomorrow morning and they'll be posting it out on social media. And if you want that via email, you can also just send a nice email to your rep and say, hey, just want to make sure I get a copy of that information, and they'll make sure that they send that out to you. I will also follow up with an email where we'll make sure that you get the content as well. So yes, you get a copy of the slides and you get a copy of a recording of the event. Again, some more feedback. Awesome. Thank you very much. I'm really glad that you enjoyed the event. Another request for the content. Yes, you will get the slides from the presentation. And some more great feedback. Awesome. So let me just make sure I didn't miss anything here. Message. So this is from Ramin. Ramin, thank you for the question. Some people may not like to be friends with their mortgage broker. Well, I think we're ultimately all friends, right? We're all people, and when in your business you're a mortgage broker, and people like you, I'm sure. So, but they would be okay to like my business page. How about we give them two options of either accept my friendship or like my Facebook business page? Ramin, that's a fantastic option. That is a great way. Again, what I'm sharing with you on these webinars is what has worked for us and what has worked for me in my business. Please feel free to take it and model it and make it your own. I'm just sharing what's been successful for us so that you can take it and model it in your business. So great insights there, and feel free to do as you see fit. Great question from Krista. Krista, thanks for attending the event. What should we do with existing group pages, and how would we transition over to personal pages? We work as a team, which I think may be tricky. Okay. So your existing group pages are still a very valuable resource, and you're still going to drive all of your leads and your connections over those pages, and we're going to have subsequent webinars where I teach you about your business page and teach you how to convert more of those customers and more of those clients into deals for you. So you're definitely not abandoning that strategy, you're just using this to immediately generate referrals from the people that you have in your database. So to speak to the team question, you would definitely want to keep your clients, your database, and your connections in your Facebook realm, right? And you've got to speak to your broker as to how that works in your business, because everybody runs it a little bit different, right? But I certainly believe that if you're sitting at the kitchen table with a mortgage customer and you sign that documentation over, you process that loan, that's somebody that you should have a personal relationship with. You just help them with quite possibly the largest purchase that they're going to make in their life, and they probably want to keep in touch with you afterwards so that they can continue to get service from you and they can continue to refer you business because of the incredible job that you've done for them. So I would make that connection personally between you and that customer, right? Great question. Some more kudos. Catherine, thank you for the feedback. I'm glad you enjoyed the event. From Julie, do we get a copy of the slides each week? The answer to that question is yes. Yes, absolutely. You get access to the slides each week. And you know what I would love? I would love some feedback on whether or not you found this type of Q&A valuable. I know it took a little bit for us to get the camera turned on and to get it going after we finished the slides. But do you like being able to see me on camera? Is that good? Is it helpful for you, or is it unnecessary? And next month, should we just do it over the phone and you just hear me do the Q&A just through the webinar? Let me know what you thought of actually having the Hangout and being able to see the camera. So the answer here is will there be another opportunity to invite business associates to a free demo like today after the 8-week course is completed? And yes, absolutely. So these webinars from First National, again, we're going to be doing them every month. And every month, we're going to get another webinar for you to invite your referral partners to. So every month, you've got a resource that you can give out to your referral partners to give that added value and to give that added bonus. And again, that information for next week's session for you to be able to send out is going to come from your First National representatives. And at 2:58, we're gonna call this the last question. We're coming up on an hour of time here, roughly half an hour for the event and a half hour for Q&A. And so we'll take this as the last question. Can I post the same content to more than one list? And the answer to that question is yes, but a little bit of a caveat there. You're going to have to copy and paste that information and then click it, post it to the custom list, paste it again, pick another custom list, post it to that list. So each individual list that you're going to be sending information to, you have to make a new post and send it to just that list. So it does take a little bit more time, but for you to be able to send the right message to the right market at the right time, very helpful and very useful. So again, make sure that you reach out to your First National representative on Facebook and via email. Tag them in a comment. Let them know what you thought of the event. Give them some good feedback. I think it's just absolutely incredible that First National has put this all together with you in mind. I mean, they really do want to help grow your business and give back to you. And I think this is just a phenomenal way to do it. And I'm so thankful and happy to be part of the process of giving you value. So again, make sure you give that shout out and that love to your First National representative, and a little my way wouldn't hurt. Anyways, that'd be nice. And until next month, I really look forward to seeing you. If you have any questions and you run into anything that you need support or help with, feel free to shoot me an email, call our customer support helpline, or you can message me on Facebook. Tag me on a comment in Facebook, and I'll be sure to help you out. So from me and my family here to you and yours, much love. Hope you're having a great week, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye, everybody.